This is where, well, again, a bit of a tug. Spurs pull all bar one back. It's full, straight out again, and the shot coming in from Wilcox. Forward again by Jones. And the long kick, and Kelly now then. Did Kelly block Ginola this time? It looked as though he may have stood in the way of the Tottenham player. Yellow card for Gary Kelly, the Leeds captain. That's where the two collided. And Spurs have a free kick. Forward by Sherwood. Sol Campbell felt he was blocked there, but the ball goes harmlessly through. And Leeds have taken it quickly. Lashing rain coming down now as Huckabee tries to get into the game, having just come on. He's offside. Well, Spurs have been losing an awful lot of games by the odd goal recently. In fact, I think nearly all their defeats in the Premiership have been by one goal, and that's Corsten, who gets a corner for a slight deflection. Now, is this the sign of a mini revival by Tottenham, I wonder? Perry is up for the corner, so is Campbell. Campbell still forward, Sherwood trying to find a position as well. Campbell comes in, Nigel Martin out to Rico. Anderton. That's a... no, it's floating away. Goal kick. Sherwood for Tottenham. They've got 2 against 2. Armstrong couldn't get there. Perhaps Corsten can. Well, Leeds were stretched there, and it was 2 against 2. Of that there is no doubt. There was no cover whatsoever on this side of the pitch by the Leeds defence, but Willem Corsten got right underneath the ball. The Leeds fans whistling impatiently. They haven't managed to add to the 1 goal. Spurs, in fairness, haven't really hurt them a lot. This is Dominguez. But Dewberry has to nevertheless hurry across here. On the Leeds bench they're agitated. They don't really know how much longer there is to go because of the lack of a signal. And Mr. Gallagher, who's concentrating on the play, has given Spurs a throw-in and checked his own watch again. Sol Campbell has come hurrying forward. Perry's on his way. Nielsen to take. And Dewberry missed it, and surely, and Nigel Martin grabs it. But there was a moment there with the ball in the air when Tottenham could so easily have snatched 1 point and deprived Leeds of 2. Dewberry missed it. And now Leeds come forward again. 3 minutes of stoppage time has already been played. Hart. Involved, and the referee in the 4th minute of stoppage time has another incident to sort out. Perry went in with the tackle to start with. Did Hart stamp? Did Hart stamp is the first question. Perry then pounced on him, and certainly I think the Leeds player was guilty first of all, and then other players came across and got involved as well. The referee has taken no further action there, maybe because it's so near the end of the game. Leeds have won it. Well, it was a battle in more senses than one in the second half here. Mr. Gallagher, 9 yellow cards, an awful lot to sort out. In many ways, he did well to keep everybody on the pitch. David O'Leary's team stay in the championship race thanks to a first half goal from Harry Kewell. And everybody, I think, will be quite glad to get back to the dressing room and cool down.
There was a few bad tackles, and I thought Gary Kelly was fortunate, being the last man, pulling David Ginola back. I thought the referee, it was a difficult game to referee today, and I didn't think he equipped himself well at all.
Suggestions that you might have been looking to stay on the pitch, pull back on Ginola?
Definitely deserved a booking. I was the last man. I was on the halfway line, but he rolled me. I was a bit too tight. He rolled me, and he brought me down. That's what I'm telling everyone anyway.
None of my players deserve to be sent off. There was an instance where Lee Bowyer, I thought he went for a tackle. He didn't get it, and as I say, we didn't cause the incident afterwards. The referee's seen, I think he booked him for it. That's fine, that was right, but we didn't cause the incident afterwards.
A lot's been said, a lot of speculation about Jimmy Flood-Hasselbaink coming to White Hart Lane. Is he on George Graham's shopping list?
If he's available, I'd like to think so. I mean, we definitely need an influx of players.
Do you believe he can win the Championship now?
No, we don't believe we can win it. We're too young to win it. Man United's resources are unbelievable. We've put ourselves 3 points behind with Man United with 14 games to go, and we'll try and win the 14, and I'm starting with Man United next week.
Well, whether he believes that or not, Trevor, that was a vital win for Leeds, having lost 3 of the last 4.
Well, it was a bit tetchy, wasn't it? I got to say. I mean, they had a few players missing as well. Radaby, Batty, McFowle, Bridges. So I think they did very well. You know, having sort of had that little run, could they bounce back? And although it was 1-0, I mean, it was more comprehensive than that, and you know, it was a good performance.
It was 1-0. Any argument as to offside?
No, I don't think so. I mean, in fact, they got a warning early on, but I think it was a good decision by the officials, really. I mean, you know, are they interfering with players? They're jogging back out. You know, if they don't get involved, I think it's the right decision. To watch Kuehl, he makes the run from deep. You see Alan Smith run out wide on the right. He's just jogging back, and as the ball's played back, I mean, Kuehl definitely onside. They get away with that one. Spurs do like to push up. You see their arms come up quite a lot as a back four, and I think they punished this now is Kuehl. You know, he's definitely onside at that stage. Alan Smith's jogging back out, and Chris Perry did play him on there, and Kuehl still got a lot to do. I think he did very well. Just as well, Ian Walker didn't touch him on the way through, otherwise he could have been off. But that was a good finish, and I think good play by the officials.
At what stage is he interfering then?
Yeah, look, you see, I knew he'd come.
I just want to know what the criteria is for interfering with play.
When he becomes active. I mean, you'd have had to keep chasing back in the current game, you know.
Right, I've got you.
Just a defender talking anyway. Now, you called it tetchy, called it niggly, at times it was violent, but I mean, it was, wasn't it?
Well, after the watershed, fortunately, aren't we? I think you know, there were some bad tackles. You got to say, up until about 35 minutes, I thought it was okay. That was when we got the first one. But Lee Bowyer's one early in the second half was the key. But we had 4 bookings in 10 minutes just before the interval. I think this was probably the worst of them. You got Lee Bowyer coming in and Tim Sherwood going in, and that was a bad challenge. Whether that was still in Lee Bowyer's mind, I don't know. For me, this is a dreadful tackle. I don't think is anywhere near the ball. I think that was a red card offence. Then all the Spurs players go in, and as a result of that, the Leeds lads come in to help out with him. And really, there are 2 or 3 others. I think they could have get the yellow card. Young Alan Smith in particular there, who threw Tim Sherwood to it on the left. There you got another little jostle. Take your pick, really, isn't it? And in the end, it was 1 yellow card for Lee Bowyer. But from the angle where Dermot Gallagher was, I just think. He's not ever going to get the ball, and look, he almost veers into the midriff, for me, of Stephen Clements, and I just think it has to be a red card in this day and age, and whilst we are trying to be a little bit more lax, I don't think that was one. This was late on again. Chris Perry goes in, Ian Hart lands on him, and then Chris Perry reacts, and then Darren Huckabee runs some 30 yards, he gets involved, and a bit more protection comes in. And I just think it's at the stage now we were asking, for some common sense from referees and officials. But here we are with players. Over the last couple of weeks, I think they've got to start showing a bit of responsibility themselves.
And it's not after the watershed if you're watching on Sunday morning, of course.